What was it? What'd you do? 8 years. What were we missing? 500 games later.
Comments on the screen. You gotta rush and hurry up.
Well, do you know what we were missing though? Is this something you can explain?
I just logged out of it. So, once we get
Evening, folks. Welcome to Brookville High School tonight's varsity girls game between our Lady Raiders and the Berries from Cranberry, my old stomping ground, District 10. Grew up in Titusville, and so we have before I get going any further with that, we'll introduce our guest analysis here with us tonight. Mr. Sam Whitling's helping us out since we're shorthanded tonight. Sam, appreciate you coming on board with us tonight.
No, not a problem. Appreciate you having me. It's a different viewing angle than I usually have up here, but I think I'll enjoy it. I'll be quieter, I'm sure.
You're still allowed to yell at the officials. Just be aware of the fact that it'll be on the internet forever.
Yeah,
Can't take it off.
All right.
We have Big Papa Punt on the camera tonight for us. Bryce Weaver taking over as Owen is coming off the IR. He's going to get a chance to get some minutes tonight down in the Ox Gym at about 7:15. So he asked for a replacement. Bryce happened to be in town, so he's going to jump on that. I think he's got a little oversight from Michael Goddard as well. He's going to help. So we got a full-fledged cast on board tonight for tonight's telecast. Tonight, Pink Night. We're going to raffle some things off and more importantly pay homage to those that have fought that courageous battle, and for those that are no longer unfortunately here with us. And that's something that every family, like I said before, unfortunately has been touched by in some form or fashion. So we'll honor those folks here shortly. But getting back to my point before, Cranberry, a District 10 school that, are they District 9?
No,
that's a good question.
I was asking Rich Rhodes today what classification. I don't know if they're double A. I think they're either double A or single A. Boy, you think up there, I mean, with where they pull from, they'd be pretty big. But obviously they don't have a JV team tonight, and they have 8 girls on varsity, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe single A.
Yeah, and I don't know numbers-wise. I mean, that area, it's pretty small, though, because it's nestled right in between Franklin and Oil City. So, a lot besides the Cranberry Mall, which I'm not sure what is left up there. I mean,
yeah.
Dondi's Frontier, I know that was my my calling card back in 92 to 95. I'm sure that's not, Lord only knows what's there now. But, talking to the coaching staff for Cranberry, 2 nice young ladies. I failed to get their name, and my roster doesn't include those, so I apologize for that. But they are absolutely walking wounded. They've got a couple young ladies that are out due to illness. They've got a broken wrist. They got somebody that injured themselves here in practice. I mean, they are absolutely. I went over to get some some phonetics, some spelling, to make sure that I wasn't, making any family members upset because I was absolutely, hammering the names incorrectly. And so I went over for some spellings and some pronunciations, and she said, "Well, let me do this first." And she took a pen out and she just started going line after line. Not here.
There's 15 listed.
They
You
have
only see,
8. They have 8 dressed. So there's a handful of chairs over there on the bench that will not be used. So if we have standing room only, we'll have some spots for you. So plenty of seats here. But no, all joking aside, obviously a tough spot for the Cranberry Lady Girls here. Coming in, I believe, 2-11 roughly on the season.
That's what I heard.
So, but that, that area up there, that is a very, Franklin, we saw the boys' side, they're a very competitive basketball team. I can only imagine the girls in Oil City and the Titusvilles.
Cranberry's now part of the KSAC.
Okay, all right.
So I don't know anymore. It's not the old KSAC from when I played where, you knew who was in there. They've added a lot of schools between Cranberry and I think Venango Catholic and schools like that. So
well, 93, 94, somewhere in that area or era, Cranberry won a state title. They had a couple girls, Sabrina Agnew, Candy Benvenuti, one of the greatest basketball names you'll ever hear.
Her mother, I believe, still either referees up there or...
I can't speak to that, but I'll believe you. You sounded pretty convincing when you said it. And then they had a Blouser girl. I can't think of her name. She ended up, I believe, going to UConn. I'm almost positive they sent somebody to Oriema up in UConn. So you're doing that. You're doing something right. They had the coach, Scott something, was there forever, won a state title. He bounced around, had success wherever he went, just had a magic wand to really get the most out of his kids. So this is a storied program here, obviously fallen on a little bit of hard times recently due to injury and illness and things like that. But hard to believe that a little school in the middle of Western PA has such a storied past, but they do, some years ago. So he's going to read the riot act to our crowd, make sure nobody gets out of line and chastises the officials, except for us. We're allowed to. No, we're not. We'll try to keep it clean. Like I said before, we got Pink Night tonight here from Brookville. We're going to do some raffles. We got some elementary young ladies being recognized.
Pretty good turnout.
Yeah, really. And we're going to get the national anthem sang here not too shortly from Mr. Osborne's instructions. We're going to do introductions, and then we're going to light this candle. Miss Rinker with another beautiful rendition of our national anthem. And we're going to get ready to roll here. I'm going to take the introductions for Cranberry, the visiting Cranberry. I'm going to let Mr. Whitling do the Lady Raiders since he's sort of familiar with that roster. Number 5, Danica Winner, freshman. Another freshman, Avery Coe.
At forward, junior number 35, Sarah Shoke.
Sarah Shoke.
At forward, junior number 21, Keely Schneider.
Kaylee Schneider.
At guard, junior number 10, Haley Gregory.
And Haley Gregory, junior, filling out the top 5 for Cranberry.
She's assisted by Shannon Morrow.
Carrie Malat. I didn't get the assist.
There you go. All right, starting for the Lady Raiders. Guard, sophomore, Samantha Wood.
Never heard of her.
No, stranger to me.
Forward, senior number 25.
Forward, senior, number 5, Bentley Hughes.
Think we can get a shirt thrown at us?
I would think.
Every time I put my hands up, I want one.
Guard,
See if anybody
senior, number 14,
sees us.
Eden Wonderland.
Nobody sees us.
We get one up here. Eden Wonderland at guard.
We would like a shirt. Does she have the arm to get it? And she doesn't. She just short-armed it. Maybe she needs a cutoff.
She's a senior. number
Huh?
11.
Kirsten, she might be family too here.
Anna Lundgren, number 12, guard. She's also a senior.
And nowhere near us.
She has one. Hannah's left.
Not even looking. Not even looking.
No. Come on.
She's taking it home with her. Nope.
They're probably not our size anyways. That's what I worried. I'd probably get it and it'd be a small.
It's motivation. Get you to the Y.
Yeah, I need
Hang
some
that
of
thing up.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a treadmill in my house that's kind of collecting dust lately. I probably
You hang
should,
shirts on it?
Visit it again. We don't hang laundry on it yet.
Yeah.
But Reggie still likes to use it. You know, she's the good girl.
Difficult losses, but now again, back to Coach Powell, I got some clarification. The bracket for us, bottom, yeah. The bracket for us consists of Kane and Karn City.
Yes.
So we saw the Karn City game. That's going to be a great tilt, right? Great matchup. And from what I've read, it looks like Kane's suffered a tough lot. Not that that's,
I think actually we beat Kane.
we beat Kane, right. So, just on paper, it looks like, hey, we got a shot at maybe really turning this thing around.
Yeah,
So
they're starting to put it together. Defensively, I think, they've shown a lot of improvements.
absolutely, I'd agree with that.
Defensively, I think, they've shown a lot of improvements. And
Absolutely, I'd
they
agree with
always
that.
move the ball well. I think we're just still trying to find a little bit of offense here and there, which Eden's been providing. Oh, that's a good look. Try the little backdoor back screen for an alley-oop. Just missed it by Davey there.
Davey with the inbound here. Brookville moving left to right on your television, iPad, handheld device. That looked like
She
it
almost
was.
stepped in bounds. there
Yeah,
for a
she did.
second. This is one of my favorite plays. We'll see if it works out to how I like to see it work out. Yep, there it is.
Oh. That was well constructed, but Danica Wenner says, I've seen that fish before. Get it out of here. She wasn't biting. Wenner, I believe, a freshman. She is.
Yeah, I should know that name. That's a Cranberry name right there. That's a family name. I think if my dad was here, I'd ask him. I don't see him yet, but somehow related to the Wenners. Long story. Not for radio or for TV.
Cranberry with the basketball. Shoke gives it away to Gregory. Cranberry looking for a backdoor cut, not there. Picked off by Davey. She looks to run 3-on-2 for Brookville. She's going to no-look to Whitling, who's fouled aggressively by Wenner. That's going to be her first. That was a little family-on-family crime there.
Yeah, it
Just
might
got
be.
done saying.
I'm gonna have to find more out about this Wenner that's on here.
Maybe how the Civil War started.
Yeah.
Cousin on
Maybe
cousin.
they don't even know they're related. That's the beauty of it.
Well, that would be okay, too. Whitling knocks down her first. Brookville takes a 1-0 lead. 7:15 left here in the first. And I always say to Owen, what's important about free throws? They're free.
They're free. That's right. As my dad would say, the easiest shot in basketball. Nobody's arguing.
That's right. Whitling goes 2 for 2. It's almost as if she has a hoop in her backyard. Brookville leads 2-0 here. We're at 7:10 of the first quarter. And that was Avery Coe that just drove the length of the floor. She comes up empty. Whitling looks to run. She had Wonderling covered. She's going to back it back out. Now Davies, she's going to launch from three.
Good, yeah.
And that finds nothing but the bottom of
She's
nylon.
due. That girl is due for some buckets, I tell you. She's a nice player.
5-0 Brookville. Avery Coe commandeering the Berries defense. And Wonderling swiping all over the place. They got a lot of freshmen in the lineup. Oh! And Wonderling came up with the steal. And we had some contact over there. That was Haley Gregory with the Darius Kasparaitis-like hip check into the boards. That's going to be her first. Wonderling shakes it off.
She usually gets up pretty good from those. They always look worse than they are.
Wonderling says, I'm going to bury this three from 4 feet beyond the arc because you knocked me into my own bench.
Uh-oh, a little token pressure.
That ball's thrown up for grabs and chased down by Shoke. Now Gregory with the basketball. She's hounded again by Wonderling. Taking pokes, and she's looking. Oh, and she gets a nice screen by Shoke. And it looks like we had some contact right in front of the official.
Boy, that looked out of bounds, too.
Could have been a charge. Nothing called. And we got Coe driving to the lane. She looks like she could have picked up a foul. Again, maybe they're going to put their whistles in their pocket. It's 8-2 Brookville as we dip below the 6-minute mark, and Whitling up top waiting for folks to get in place.
Looks like a zone Cranberry switched up to see what they can do on that. Oh.
Somehow the feed gets into Kirsten Davey. And we're going to have our first jump ball tonight.
Boy, they missed an opportunity there. Both Samantha and Kirsten had an opportunity for a bucket, but
I think Davey may have had some help via a hand on the wrist.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Nice steal on the inbound, give to Wonderling, and she puts that off the glass.
Give Cranberry a little bit of trouble here. I think Coach Powell prides himself on this little pressure defense.
And we're going to have a foul here as Bentley Huey attempted to drive the lane. That's going to be number 2, I believe, on Haley Gregory.
Yep. Look at you. You got that right.
That'll be team foul number 3, and I believe Carrie Malat is going to say, let's talk things over here. That's Cranberry's first time out. Let's keep it here this go around. I believe it was a 30-second. So, Puppy has, and Coach Powell, I should say, has been, I've watched a handful of times, and the boys have this happen too, where they have the personnel to press.
Yep.
But you forgot more about basketball than what I see. It's high risk, high reward type of stuff. What to me is demoralizing is when you have your folks playing that intense and then you give up the home run.
Yep.
You know.
And Cranberry's, part of it is they're really stacking it all up front when they're trying to press break. So, that long pass like you saw there, those are the risks, and hopefully the girls start to, the more discipline you have on that press, the better it ends up working out.
Sure.
Boy, a lot of rebounds happening, nothing going in the bucket.
Whitling with the miss. That turns into a transition attempt here as Coe again ran the course of the entire court, comes up empty. Lundgren with the attempt. She's going to miss.
Back in after it. She came out. Oh, I thought she had it.
Almost a full-blown Donnybrook on the floor. Cranberry comes away with it.
Oh, no one stopped.
Coe again, right to the hole. And that ball's out of bounds on a Brookville. Cranberry retains possession. The Coe girl, what is she? She's a freshman, too. That's a heck of a basketball player. She is, right now, a one-man band for Cranberry.
She, played before she crossed over, got to the bucket?
Yeah.
That one, I was watching Coach Powell to see if he was upset about no one picking up ball. She went right to the hoop. Oof.
Nice inbound play. That looked like something you drew up.
Yeah, that's that famous screen-to-screener play that hopefully that we don't get caught on that another time. But.
Kennedy Stewart with her first bucket of the evening. Wonderling looks to drive. She goes into the trees, and she's going to be hacked She's going to go to the free throw line. Talking about Brookville turning it around, I couldn't agree with you more. Defensively, they look like their intensity has picked up tremendously over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I think has been consistent this year, I would like to see statistically District 9 free throw percentage, because I just have to think our girls, and I say this, the broadcaster jinx, but I really think our girls have to be in the top 3. Do you agree or disagree? From what I've seen, I don't see them all. We only do a handful.
I think that for the most part, when we're playing decent, our foul shots are going in. We had a couple rough spells, but one of the biggest things, nice pass by Samantha up there to Eden. One of the nice things, here's this pressure. So it works if we can all stay in place. That looks like is going to work.
Whitling from the corner from 3, and that just misses. Wonderling's going to track it down and rip it away from, who was that? Coe. Whitling just off the back of the rim. Davey tracks it down. Wonderling's going to drive. Weak side. That's put up off the glass too hard. And Stewart comes away.
That was a nice play by Davey to save a transition layup like we were talking about.
Now that looked like it deflected off a Cranberry player, off of Davey deflected off her. Did I miss that?
I think it was Davey.
Okay, all right. I thought I got a piece of a Cranberry girl. That's why I probably would be in the locker room at halftime.
I think you got to worry about 30. That's right. Isn't that the girl?
Yeah, 30 Co is legit. She can move, and that is stop and go, quick ball handling. She
a little push there.
Yeah, she a little aggressive too. I like it. Just off the back edge of the rim there.
I feel like the girls played Cranberry over in Clarion in the summer, and I remember it being a pretty physical game. I don't think they're afraid to get physical, and we saw it there that last play.
I really, really enjoy watching girls basketball and softball. In basketball, it is gritty. I mean, it's a grind. Wonderling with the miss, Davey with the follow, and it's 15-4 now, 2:55 left in the first quarter. Girls softball's always been, that's a pick by Booth. She lays it in. Welcome to the game, Whitney.
See, Cranberry's got everybody up.
Oh, and what are we going to have here?
That's number 30 again. She is gritty. She's not afraid to put her shoulder down.
Where'd they go with that foul? They gave that to Wonderling? Did they really give that to?
As she was picking herself up off the floor.
She went for a ride. Well, I mean, maybe 17-4 dictated where that foul went.
A lot of calls probably at this point for a little bit.
Eden, though, wipes the
there it is.
The chagrin off her face and says, I can play that way too. So it's 17-4, 2:33 left here in the first quarter. Brookville with some new faces. We got there's Northey in the game. Guth in the game.
Allie Wilson's number 1 down the corner. She's got the ball now.
Speaking of Wilson, she's with it. Wonderling now rips it back around to Guth. She's going to pass that along and flash towards the middle. Guth now from the corner. She's just going to miss off the back edge. That's rebounded by Cranberry. Sarah Shoke now hands off to Coe. She delivers her winner, and now foul's going to be on the floor. No bucket.
I was hoping there was no continuation on that. I've seen some continuations this year, that I'm surprised they call. But
the NBA, you get 4 seconds, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You can get fouled on Tuesday, and if it goes in Wednesday, you're there, yeah.
Ooh.
Steal attempt by Whitling. She misses Coe up top.
I was going to say, that hit the top.
Yeah.
No bucket. I still don't know why they don't pin that strap up. I've been talking about that.
And if I'm surprised that it's gone this long, because this hoop isn't the same way. If I was an opposing coach, I would say, no, wait a minute. Why is this hoop that way and this one?
And people go, it won't get in play. I've seen that thing in play more times than I've seen it non-play.
It came into play twice in the boys' game just last week.
Yeah.
And you can see how that one's strapped. I wonder why that's not. There's a pulley missing or something.
That's what I think. It just slipped. Maybe us talking about it will get something done here.
Or get us in trouble, one or the other. We're going to get followed out by the custodial staff.
How many fouls do you think 30 had? Does she have any fouls on her yet? I'm interested to see how this plays out with her because she's definitely getting frustrated by the press.
Yeah, she is.
But she's not backing down.
No. That ball's going to miss everything by Shoke. They kick it back out on Winter. He's just going to go back to Coe to start over. Shoke with the basketball again. She hands off number 21. I don't have a 21. Oh, wait, yes, I do. Keely Schneider. She's either 20 or 21.
I was going to say, there I see her too.
Snyder retrieves the basketball, and she's going to go to the line. Looks like Wilson's the guilty party. She put her head down and tried to hide, but I think they got her.
Yeah, Brookville's got a nice group of freshmen that came up this year, and they've been getting some time. You see them out there right now, and hopefully building for the future. But this year's been really good so far. I mean, I think everyone's hopeful playoffs. You know, I think Coach Powell would like to get a few more wins going in, and like you said earlier, pretty good chance. You know, they got a chance in District 9 to make a good showing, if not take it all.
I got to laugh. I talked to Coach Powell as Schneider goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. I talked to Powell in the hallway here yesterday because it's kind of an unwritten rule in the Brookville area school district that varsity teams have to have a 500 record or better to go to playoffs, and that's not necessarily the truth. And coming from a baseball standpoint, you know, there's been times where we're a couple games under 500, but we get things clicking late, or because of our schedule, you can kind of justify. And as a coach, you never want to tell your team, hey, we're going to go to the playoffs regardless, because there's some motivational and, you know, carrot in front of them, so to speak. And so when I said, has there been a discussion as to whether you're going to enter or not, because obviously the record's, you know, real close to 500, and he said, yeah, we're that's still a discussion we're having. So he gave a wry smile. So I have a feeling he knows more than he's willing to give up, but I wasn't going to press him for it. So.
Yeah, I don't think he'll admit yet what they're doing. I mean, every time I see him or talk to my daughter, I always say, these playoffs, getting ready for playoffs. But I think that will be
nice block.
Yeah, that was nice. Boy, it's a scrum.
Allie Wilson having a block party down there in the paint. She came through with a very clean defensive play. 33.3 seconds left. Threes are wild. It's 17-5 Raiders here as we look to clean up the last part of the first quarter. And, next foul, we'll put Brookville on the line automatically here. Northy's going to drive. She's going to pop. She's going to miss. And Guth finds a way to get her hands on that. And Lundgren misses wide right, Buffalo Bills style. 8 seconds left here, and that's going to be chucked, and it's going to be short as Mackenzie Snyder attempted to get that out. We're going to get this off. Lundgren buzzer, and she can't get it to go.
That was a nice ball movement. With what was there, 4 or 5 seconds on the other end? I thought, I don't know if they're going to get it up.
That was nice. So we got one in the books. 17. Brookville leads Cranberry. You're watching Brookville Sports LLC in conjunction with YDL Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Hey y'all, this is Mark Bowe. I'm at Devil's Barbecue, and this place is awesome. These folks are nice. We came up here the last time and we couldn't get enough of it. I saw a sign. I came 10 miles out of the way because we had to have it again. And all I know is we might not show up to work tomorrow because it's that good. See y'all.
Devil's Barbecue, where it's all about the smoke. Brookville, PA.
Hey, this is Freddie from K&T Supplies. Why don't you come on inside and see our establishment? Come on in.
We're back here live, Brookville Area High School, as we start the second quarter between this tilt between Our Lady Raiders and the young ladies from Cranberry. 17-5, Brookville leads.
Well, 1-4 set, looks like high screens are going with. Didn't work out that well for them, but they tried something different. Well, we got bodies laying all over the place. I don't know what happened.
Chaos. We got a foul. That's going to be Coe's. We're going to see here. That's her first.
So she's being pretty smart about it.
Pretty smart, but she's been around a lot of crime scenes. Yeah. Just hasn't been fingered yet. Davey up top now. She'll hand off to Huey. Now Wonderling surveys.
Oh my, they are kind of physical down there. Nice.
Davey with the 3 ball. Now it's 20-5, and Brookville opens up a 15-point lead. Coe now working Whitling. She hands off. Nice pass underneath, and Bentley Huey with the rejection. Oh, and young lady from Cranberry goes into the stands after a loose ball and apologizes for the young men she falls on top of. That's a.
Did they at least catch her? Or,
Sarah Shoke. I think they backed away.
Jeez, 9th graders.
Yeah. Well, Lad Blake.
There
That's
isn't all 9th graders there. I guess.
No, that's not Lad Blake. I'm sorry, I misidentified that young man.
Melton. Connor Melton.
Whitling has the look of the eye of the tiger in her eyes as she tries to back check, but that ball is thrown away. No, it's going to be touched off Brookville, which is with some confusing looks, and I'm right there with them. Cranberry ball 20-5 here as we dip below 7 minutes. Brookville Area High School.
See, let's see. They didn't get them on the screener there. Let's see what.
That ball's chucked from deep from Coe. Wonderling, he comes out screaming towards a hoop. Coe missing the steal. Wonderling with the.
I haven't seen anybody catch up to you.
No, she can fly.
That girl made a good effort to catch.
And an attempt to break the press goes wild. And Haley Gregory went 4 steps deep into the stand. She cannot retrieve it. It's 22-5 Brookville. Hey, real quick, Baseball 24 sponsor package through here, Brookville Sports LLC. What you get, a custom-made TV spot, 10 high school games, Special Legion and Grays games as well. Order now and get the rest of winter sports free. So if you call now, if you have a spot, it's only $200. If we got to create one for you, it's $300. But you get the rest of the winter sports, all the wrestling matches for free. So if you get on it tonight, you'd have the entire district package tomorrow here from Brookville. We've got a couple boys games left. We're going to try and steal another girls game, and then all the playoffs that we can handle.
I'm sure Mr. Sharp wouldn't mind if someone called him tonight and said, "Hey, I want to sponsor."
Well, actually, it's funny you say that because you're one of our targets. And he said, if I can get you to commit online, there's like a $4 bonus for me.
There you go.
So I have a here. I'm going to pull that out.
Well, this is what happens to me. I always get put on the spot.
Exactly.
In public places.
It's like calling a telethon. It's kind of hard to say no. Wonderling fights. She throws the thing up behind her own head, and it goes in.
So, see, right here's where we got to stop. Yeah, because Samantha is going to get called for that foul if she's not careful.
Yeah, but that was nice defense. Boxing out Coe. Yeah. Nicely done.
I like the box outs I'm seeing. I told her, I said, please, let's box out tonight. I say that to my 8th graders, too. And
nice play by Huey. Nice play by Huey. She took the baseline, brought 3 Barry, said, here's a bunny. Timeout by Cranberry. It's 26-5. We're going to keep it here. We're going to run some talk here as we look at the A&M scoreboard. We got 3 Rocks RV Center of Brookville. That commercial, have you seen it? It's professional grade.
It's unbelievable. I was trying to think. I want to know if those are people from Brookville or if they hired actors.
Well, the one is he worked for Brookville Chevy for a while. Oh, I can't think of his name.
Well, the owner's Bizarre.
Yeah, Bizarre. That's the only one. The rest, I think they did. I think they're from Hollywood. I do.
I was going to say, it's pretty cool.
They're legit. A&M Family Restaurant, True Family Dining in Brookville area. Brookville Equipment, Clarion Bathware, Devil's Barbecue, where Rob says it's all about the smoke. I went up there the other day, had lunch with a friend, and have you had the muffins they make? I didn't know they had them.
I have not, no.
They give you this muffin. It melts in your mouth, but what's better yet, they give you like a bucket of this butter.
Oh.
And I'm sure it took 6 months off my life. Yeah,
it's butter, icing.
Whatever it is. it's Rob said
now
it's
I
sugar-free.
understand how you and Billy get talking about food
Ah.
like during football. Like, now I want to talk about food a little bit.
It's unbelievable. We're back to action here. Cranberry trailing 26-5. We're at the 5:25 mark. Whitling pounding the Cranberry ball carrier. She gives it up. Now Wenner looks things over. Schneider.
What is this they're in? It looks like a 1-2-2, 3-2 maybe. Maybe a 3-2 zone we're trying out here.
It's a lot of numbers.
I don't know. It's kind of shaping like a 1-2-2, but that's the. So the scouting report, I believe, on Cranberry was that.
Nice pass from Wonderling to Whitling.
That's what I like to see. That's a playoff team right there.
Yeah.
Plays like that.
Beautiful pass through the paint, through two defenders. Whitling finishes. It's 28-5. It's 4:45 left to go here in the first half.
This
Cranberry.
is all I've been facing lately in junior high basketball, zones.
I don't like it.
Ugh, it is. It will torture a coach and slow down the game significantly. But at varsity, there is a place for it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't dislike it here. You and I talked before. You know, a zone in elementary or the undercards of sports. The
Another
younger.
nice pass up to him.
Nice
Lundgren
pass
up
from Whitling to Lundgren and another freebie bunny. It makes it 30-5. But a zone in the younger levels to me is the equivalent of, in the younger levels of football, just stacking the box with 9 or 10 guys.
Yes. Yep.
You know, because everybody has to run a football because you typically don't have developed kids at 10 years old to throw a football.
No one's strong enough
Right.
to make the long pass or
Right.
get the zone to move.
Right. It's the whole reason they play little kids baseball on fields that are not 90 feet, 60 feet, 60 feet, 6 inches. Their bodies just aren't made for it. So, you know, it's just teaching the kids improperly. But, no, you're 100% right. At the varsity level, there's a place for it because sometimes teams just, have too many weapons that defense is gives you the best chance to win.
And I think the Raiders are, I think it'll benefit them to have a few different things up their sleeve in playoffs. I'll keep saying that and see if we talk Mark into it by the end of the night, admitting. But
Well, we'll get you to buy a commercial spot, and we'll get him to commit to the playoffs, and everybody goes home a winner. Danica Wenner there with the 2-point bucket from Cranberry. Who was that?
That was Emma Northey.
Emma Northey laid one on top of the rim, almost like her grandfather, like mortared it up there, and then decides to roll over the top edge. It's 32-7. Brookville leads now as we approach the 3-minute mark of the first half.
He called it late. We'll take it. I was worried there what he was going to call. Yeah, there was a mass substitution there. We had, who did we have? Guth and Lily Plyler in.
The freshman crew.
Who else do we got in there? Aubrey Belfier is in there, and Emma Northey, and then Samantha Whitling. So there's a sophomore and 4 freshmen right now, which good experience. I think as a coach, you love to have games like this. I mean, on the winning side, where you can start working some people in and getting them some experience at the varsity level. I know in 8th grade, I always like to get a game that has a little more flexibility for subs, and that's how we improve people and I think keep people in the program more.
Makes the next night of practice a little bit easier to go to as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, more people smile at you when you leave the gym when you've got everyone playing and people are scoring that don't normally score.
100% agree. And Northey throws at it some traffic. Cranberry's going to come away with it as they run the floor, and Whitney Guth tracks that basketball down from behind. Now she looks to set the Raiders up. She gives it to Northey, who will chuck, and she'll miss. Boarded by Cranberry.
She walked, yeah.
And she took steps.
She spun twice, once on one foot and once on the other foot, I believe.
She did. And that was number 42, Cassandra Scarborough.
She does. She got a tattoo.
You know, Bentley Huey has some ink on her leg, too. I noticed that at the YMCA. She is she's a workout queen. She lives down at the YMCA.
So like I said, I need to get back down there. Maybe I'll motivate myself. And
She motivates because she doesn't stop. There's no messing around on the phone. She's not talking to people. She's going station to station, getting a workout in.
I made it through college, speaking of ink, somehow without a tattoo. Every single one of my roommates had multiple, and I always wanted one, but I am so indecisive I never could, and probably thankful for it that I don't have some stretched out tattoo on me.
Oh, I'm thinking about getting one. You want to get matching ones?
Yeah, what are you thinking, like a strawberry on your foot or something like that?
Best friends forever? I don't know. Whatever you're interested in.
I need ideas. I mean, it might be a midlife crisis tattoo that I need to get, but I just still don't know what I would ever get.
I actually had a good idea for mine. I had somebody give me this idea. Whitling or layup won't go. So I have this idea but my forearms are pretty they're I got a little bit more hair than I want to admit. So I don't know if a tattoo would show up well. But anyway,
it's a safe spot. Let's put it.
It is a safe spot. I got this.
As you age, that's going to be a better spot.
Exactly. A lineup card with my 3 boys' names on it, and then the other 6 names are kind of like blurred out. Yeah.
I like that.
I do too.
So that's worth getting. Now we got another sub in here. Let's see, who is that out there? Lacey Silvis, number 23, sorry.
Plyler in the middle. Oh, backdoor cut from Silvis.
Actually, Silvis is she 28?
There
Boy,
she is.
Numbers are hard to read.
They are hard to read. Aubrey Belfier now with the basketball. She surveys the scene. Back to Guth. Finds Plyler right from the free throw line. Nice pump fake. She drives, and she can't get a bounce. That ball's bordered out of bounds. Going to remain with Brookville. This is like a hockey game.
Yeah.
We got people jumping over the boards left and right. Line change.
So these two, Layla Kamadiner and, oh, geez. Oh, I can't think of her name right now. But anyways, her and number 3, they moved up to varsity just the other day. So this is a nice experience.
Which number's Kamadiner?
Kamadiner is 42. Right here.
Okay, right here. Okay,
yep.
okay.
So this is nice. She's a sophomore. And then number 3, why can't I think of her name?
We got a ping pong game going on here, back and forth. Belfier with the ball in the middle. She's got 15 people on top of her. She finds a way to wrestle it away, gives it off to Kamadiner. Nice ball fake, and a teardrop won't fall. And that's brought down by Coach. She's going to look to run.
So number 3 is not on our list, and I apologize to anyone listening. I should be able to rattle her name off my head right now, and I cannot.
Co went the distance. She's going to get charged with an offensive foul. Kamadiner doesn't have a number on our roster, and the district site doesn't list her with one. Any reason why?
So Kamadiner and number 3, they just got pulled up to varsity, so they've been playing JV all year.
Ask Wonderling who number 3 is. I bet he knows who it is. Is that Evie Smith? Is that Evie Smith? Evie Smith.
Evie Smith.
Yeah.
Shame on me.
Well,
when I coached the girls, and she's always positive.
Yeah.
She just has a great vibe about her.
Well, shame on me too, because this morning at the YMCA, John Guth was telling me about her and how she got moved up to varsity, and it didn't click with me until you just started speaking. No wonder I get in trouble so much at work, because people tell me something and then I forget.
And she sometimes says, she goes, I told you.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I know. Do you want to?
So we're going to go. We got a discussion here from the Cranberry head coach. She doesn't seem to be real happy with something, but regardless of that, we're at halftime, 32-7 Brookville here, and we're celebrating Pink Night. We're going to try and come back a little early. We're gonna just go silent and televise some of this young elementary girls basketball game as your halftime entertainment. It's 32-7. Brookville leads Cranberry. We'll be back here shortly.
Hey, throw that on mute, Bryce. Throw that on mute. Elizabeth's here, everybody.
We're back live here, Brookville Area High School, as a nice gesture from the girls booster program. They're going around now. We had asked every person in the gym who's a cancer survivor to stand up, and they're being given roses here from our younger elementary basketball girls.
No, I don't think I'm as good as Owen at this.
I feel some synergy between us, though, Sam. I hope you don't get weirded out by that, and I don't want you to text me tomorrow either, so don't get any ideas.
I almost went and bought you something at the
what?
concession stand.
Oh,
about all this fitness stuff, and I thought I don't want to bring him to the dark side.
Well, no.
I'm on the dark side of fitness.
You scared me there because I saw you going around right inside Tonell's jewelry today. And I don't know if that was a Valentine's Day gift, maybe down the road or what, but I thought, if you got something for me there, things are going to get weird quickly.
No, I'm a Tiffany's guy.
I figured as much. You work with money all day long. You should be a Tiffany's guy.
Here's a funny
I go to
story.
Walmart.
Reggie will really appreciate it. Is that for years I would get her jewelry that had hearts on it.
Like you do in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Right.
For some reason, my 6th grade mind didn't realize,
You graduate from that.
A 30-year-old woman is not going to want hearts all the
Maybe a
time.
tennis bracelet.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've tried to expand since then, but now she's said, don't worry about it, just get me a new kitchen.
Ah.
So I got an out, but I got to somehow figure out how to put a kitchen together.
Now, are you going to try and do this, or are you going to try and hire this out?
Oh, no. Yeah, the most I can do is I call my dad, and he comes over, and we do electrical.
Oh, you do electrical.
And then when it gets too difficult, we call Zensi.
Gotcha.
And he comes over.
I gotcha.
It is, I will say this. As a guy, you would come into my kitchen, you would say, this is a very nice kitchen. Mm-hmm. And everyone that comes in, I always make sure they say it in front of Reggie.
Right.
So she can kind of go, oh, maybe it is nice. But
it's not stuck yet.
No, it won't. She goes, that basketball court out there. She said, you got that before the kitchen. She goes, the next thing's the kitchen. But I was trying to tell her, I'm trying to figure out how to enclose the court. Attached garage. But I think it'll look like a monstrosity, and the borough will probably, somebody already told me, I think it was Gene Hoke, he said, you do not have enough green space. Actually, I think they keep track of that. If I was to have went to the borough and said, can I put in a basketball court?
Yeah.
I think they could have come back and said, no, there's not enough green space, meaning you have too much pavement around your house.
Are you kidding me?
I don't have to mow much anymore.
It's your lot.
I know. It's like Treasure Lake. Can I cut a tree down? What color?
Well, that's
can
an
I paint my
HOA,
house?
though. That's a little different. You're talking about Walnut Street, right?
Well, there's a shade tree commission. Did you know that?
Over in your neighborhood?
If you want to cut a tree down, you have to get approval through the shade tree commission.
No, you don't need any approval. You give me $200, I'll be over at 2 a.m. That thing will be falling. Now, I'm not going to haul it out of there because I got to cover up my license plate and skedaddle, but it'll be down.
Oh, my.
And I can't guarantee which way it's going to fall.
We moved in at open Walnut Street, and everything's going crazy.
Yeah. Well, you brought the hood over there.
We did.
Brought the ghetto to the hood. We're about ready to tip off the second half between the Lady Raiders and the Berries from Cranberry. Brookville leads 32-7 as we celebrate Pink Night here. Like we said before, if you're just joining us, nice gesture by the Brookville Girls Boosters and Elementary program and everyone involved in the program to have roses and the young girls in the elementary girls group there presented all cancer survivors in the crowd. We had quite a few folks stand and receive their flowers.
Did you put any tickets into the baskets out there?
You know, I didn't. I feel terrible because I came in through the back way and we set up and I just didn't.
There's some good stuff out there. I mean, there's even
when are they
21
drawing?
and over basket.
When are they drawing?
That's a good question. I would guess probably by the end of the night. So you might have time to you'll throw these down, or you could.
Do you think
send one of the kids out?
Maybe Bryce can take over for me for a minute while I go donate because I feel I'm not obligated. I feel the necessity to go out there and take a look.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do that. Hey, before we get started, second half reminder, Baseball 24 sponsor package available. We're going to sponsor 10 baseball, or we're going to telecast 10 baseball games this summer. Custom TV made spot for commercial purposes, $300. You get the rest of the winter sports for free. Give Nate a call. Check out a website, our Facebook page. We'll have all the information on how to locate Mr. Sharp, and he can get you taken care of. And some of the work he does is phenomenal. Most of the work he does is phenomenal, I should say. So, yeah, get with him.
Yeah, I want to know the story behind some of these commercials.
Well done.
I saw that he was involved in. I mean, I think he's involved in all of them.
Yes.
From my understanding, but the one he was very involved with, and then, that, like you said, that 30 Rock or the RV.
The RV is,
that is professional grade. Right
it is. Whitling goes up and she's fouled. She'll head to the line. Try and extend this lead. 35 Mercy in basketball, or 30?
I believe it's 35.
35, okay. So we got a ways to go yet before we got a running clock.
I hate to memorize that stat. That's something I don't want to know, because if you know it too well, the problem is you've been mercy rolled.
Yeah, or maybe you're mercy rolling everybody.
Mercy rolling everybody. Yeah. I think she made that first one.
She did. She goes 1 for 2 from the line. She gets back on defense. Here's Coe. She'll kick to Wenner off the side of the rim. Whitling's going to drag the basketball down and finds Lundgren up top by herself.
And we missed it.
But Lundgren finds the rebound. Davey with the no-look, give to Huey. Now Wonderling in and out. Tracked down by Lundgren. Her and Whitling had it together. Now we're going to have another jump ball, which Vegas had the jump ball set at 27.5. I think we're going to hit the under. We're only at 4.
I was going to say 4.
Girls games, there's jump ball galore.
Yeah, junior high basketball and girls game. The reason is, I think, the girls defense is so feisty compared to, it's a different feistiness. Like, guys, they'll talk to each other, and girls, they don't talk to each other. They show it.
Yes.
They come out like, hey, I'm going to rip this ball out of
Absolutely.
your hand.
And that's why I love watching it.
Yeah.
It's entertainment. And you can see on their face, they get up. They take it personally.
So if you'll watch them run down the court, and you can see that a girl is going to get a foul because she's ready. She's like, I've had it. I'm going to get the ball or foul. One of the two. Wow, there you go.
And the fundamentally sound parts of basketball, I just sometimes think you see it more often in the girls' side, where they set screens, they rotate off screens, backdoor cuts, just good fundamental basketball that is appealing to the eye. There's a nice pass inside from Whitling, just talking about it.
And I think the difference is, like, the college game and some of the boys' game now is going to this 5-out offense, whereas
everybody wants to shoot it.
A lot of the girls' game is still, set plays and structure.
Right.
I'm a fan of both. I think there's a place for both of them. I do know that Mark does run a 5-out with the girls, and I think it's something that you have to teach them. But he definitely has been doing it long enough to know what works for his team and what doesn't.
What do you think he's been doing longer, basketball or stinging 3-irons to within 6 feet of the cup?
Oh, 3-irons.
Yeah. Wonderling drive. She goes through half the Cranberry defense, but she gets stuffed there, I believe.
Winner. She's on it again. There's a walk. Good jump.
Another jump ball. Huey tied up the young lady from Cranberry looking for a number 30. That's Coe. Like we said, she's been involved in just about everything regarding good things happening for Cranberry.
This is definitely, I feel like this zone is going to force some bad shots here. Oh, there, I jinxed this. That was actually a decent look.
Wonderling's going to get out and look to run. Oh, and she's going to get taken out. Looks like she lost her footing, yeah. That didn't look good at all.
I told you, though.
What are you laughing at, Bryce? Was that funny? Oh, boy.
He didn't laugh.
He's smiling like a butcher's dog right now.
He got up concerned. He was almost going to come out of the stands, I think, to see if she was okay.
Boy, you owe Whitling some money, because if she watches this, you are dead. Wonderling knocks down the
what
first one.
mark is this the live view here? We'll mark that. So
Yeah, I better
go
ear
back
mark that.
No, I just said. There's been times Eden's gone down, and I thought, she's hurt.
Yeah.
And she just rolls back up. I mean, she's a tough player.
Wenner with the basketball. She reviews. She's got Lundgren, and she got a piece of that. And Huey there playing defense. And nice pass. Oh.
It's in. Oh, I thought it was in one.
Look like a 3-point play there. Who was the young lady there from Cranberry? I could not grab that. Sarah
35?
Shoke, yeah.
Yeah, 35.
She tried to do a balancing act on the tightrope, which is the boundary line, and she couldn't keep a hold of the basketball, and it went the other way. Whitling knocks down her first of two. It's 38-7, 4:48 left here in the third quarter. We got another line change coming in for your Lady Raiders.
So here you can see it is definitely 35 because the clock has not started running.
You're the finance guy, so what's that? That's a 33-point lead?
Oh, yeah.
Or no, 32. Yeah, 32. So we need a three-pointer.
4 already. So 30 has found wow, and Guth has some intense defense down here. 30, I was saying, she did find the foul zone. She has 4.
She's got 4 already. Oh, that was quick. Wonderling, she's going to look to run again. Now she'll back it out. Davy from 3 doesn't go. Rattled around. Guth tracks it down. Davy up top looks to reset. Whitling now with the basketball. Lady Raiders moving, screening. Nobody standing still. Inside by Northey, picked off. That was intended for Guth.
I got caught watching the game. Sorry, Chad.
You're all right.
Sitting here just kind of
You're all right.
watching the action, but
I wish I could learn these Cranberry names a little bit easier. I apologize for the delay. They're just not sticking.
That I know the names on, but for Cranberry is not one that I've watched a whole lot of this year.
Wonderling had a chance to put us in mercy just off the back edge of the rim. It remains 39-7, 3:20 left here in the third.
Oh,
That was almost a backcourt violation.
Eden went easy on her that time, I think, because I feel like she could have got it.
One-handed runner tracked down by Whitling. She's going to look to run. She has Wonderling up ahead. I think Coach Powell put the brakes on that.
He did, because her eyes were getting bigger.
Yes, they were.
She got to the rim.
I think she almost even started to wind up a little bit. Whitling surveys. Northey up top now.
Rip through and go. There we are.
Whitling looks to drive. She'll find Wonderling.
We might be in the 2-shot bonus now, Chad.
Backboard's right my way. That is number 5, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, what do you think about this new rule?
So I've asked a lot of people, and why is the clock running now?
That doesn't make
that
does
makes
not make sense.
no
Maybe it is
sense.
30 and they forgot to run the clock.
I don't think this is right. I don't know. So anytime there's a major rule change, and that being one of them, the first thing I always think of is it born out of safety?
That's what's been said.
And that's what I've been and so that leads me to ask, is there really that many injuries on free throws?
Never seen it happen.
Not seen it happen either. Now, so by this, the 1-and-1 removes, now you've technically removed, 50% of those rebounds off of free throws.
Yes.
Just by simple numbers' sake.
Yep.
But I'm with you.
Pressure off of, late game situations when you're trying to get change. Back when it was the old rule,
7 and 10, you had only 3 shots at that though. So
there was huge pressure on the person on the line.
Exactly.
That person, whereas now you go, well, I got another one.
Right.
Now the other night, my 8th grade team, we found a way to miss.
Whitling picks up a loose ball. She's going to go coast to coast and rattle that in. It's 43-7 now, Brookville.
I know. I thought that was about to. I was like, she is not going to be happy if that rattles out.
Nice steal by Whitling. She looks for help. She finds it with Northey.
Cranberry looks, I mean, they're a little tired. You know, they're short, low numbers. And we've had a steady rotation of players in it at this point. That's
Well,
Lily Plyler.
And Plyler with the miss. And you got to also assume with all of the hardship that this Cranberry basketball team has faced due to injury and illness, how many of these girls are used to playing many minutes anyway to begin with?
Right.
Let alone the fact you look at your bench and nobody's really raising their hand because everybody's gassed.
Well,
Whitling looks from three-point land. She puts it back in her pocket, and that's stolen. And that's going coast to coast. Gregory with the bunny for Cranberry. It's 26 seconds left here. Brookville leads 43-9. Lily Plyler now looks to drive. She'll kick out to Whitling.
okay, she is better than me. I don't know if I could hold off the trigger on those. I will say this about Samantha. She is one of the most unselfish players. Not just because she's my daughter, but I think she plays it right. But we are still trying to get her to be a little more cognizant of taking a shot when it's there. And I mean, the score, so that she did make the right call, 43-9. We don't need a long shot like that, so that was good on her, and I'm sure Coach Powell appreciates it. Liam, on the other hand, my son, he would have shot that in a second.
And then looked at the opponent's
And then
bench.
I would have been yelling, set it up, and he would have been firing the three, and then I would have been mad, and if it went in, then I would have kind of went,
Yeah.
okay, you know.
So here's my take on when things get out of hand, because I've been in both movies, when
Yes.
I've been on the good side and I've been on the bad side. And here's where I always gravitate towards after being and seeing both movies. If you don't like it, stop it.
Yep.
So, and I'm not saying that, you know, in this instance, should Puppy be in a press.
Right, right.
I don't agree with that. But if you've got 5 girls that don't get a lot of playing time and they want to run your offense and they've got a free cut back door or you got a free look from three-point land, take it.
Yeah,
Take
because
it.
there are other teams that, I mean, and I'm like you, I've been on both ends of the spectrum, and you start to, like, realize kind of there's this, I don't want to say it, this unwritten ethical kind of conduct of a coach to say, okay, you know, we don't press in this situation. We're going to look for good shots. But, like, you know, if you're a team that's looking to go to playoffs and you want to get reps, you've got to come out, like right now, come out with starters, work the ball around and tell them, like, listen, take some shots. And we didn't even mention, I mean, Katie Yoder, she is out today. I don't think we mentioned it.
No.
She's injured, I think, an ankle or something like that, and I haven't heard when she's coming back. But she's also she's a crucial part
Absolutely.
of the puzzle and has done well this year. Kind of, I would call her a defensive specialist. She comes in, and she's very athletic. So they've got a nice team. They're young, kind of raw yet, but I hope a game like this, I hope, gets them continue to be motivated because they got some tough ones coming up. St. Mary's, Elk.
Absolutely. Murderer's Row, looking at the schedule.
Yep.
Not to belabor the point, but just one more thing I'd like to add with regards to games being out of hand and how you handle those. You know, there's occasions, too, and I know I fall into this category. I don't necessarily want you to fully take your foot off the gas in every aspect either, because then that turns into charity, and I definitely don't want that, and nor does my team, or at least they better not want that.
Right.
Because that can be just as offensive.
Yeah, I'm just as offended if my starters are in and someone brings in all their JV players.
Yes.
So I'm with you on that. I mean, there's a fine line. That's a nice bucket by Wonderling there, too. There's the layup we were talking about. Nice, good shot. But, yeah, I'm with you. I think it's and the more I coach, the more I start to realize, like, you got to be.
Another takeaway by Wonderling.
She is tallying up the score sheet right now. It looks like a line change set to come in. Get ready.
Bunch of new names coming off the board here.
Cranberry's feeling the effects of a deep bench right now.
Bentley Huey puts her hands up to say, I don't have any weapons on me. I'll go quietly, I promise. All 5 Brookville starters are going to come off the floor. They're going to give way to Belfier, Whitling, Northey. Is that Wilson and Plyler.
Little man-to-man defense.
Oh,
Helped by Wilson there.
Wilson.
She helped Samantha out.
Yeah, she did with the
nice
big
block.
rejection. And then she goes and retrieves the basketball. She almost went 2 rows deep to figure it out. Here's Plyler. She'll pull it back out. Northey now gives to Whitling. 5:15 left here in the fourth. 47-9, the Lady Raiders over Cranberry.
Did he? I can't tell who said that. I don't know if that was a ref saying don't push or if a fan just said that. But I think Northey got away with a little bit of a push off. But Brookville running the offense, trying to look for a good shot. It looks like a lot of screens happening and ball movement. So that's good. And boy, 30's about ready to foul out, but she got out of that one.
Miss Coe is going to get her money's worth tonight. It's a long drive from Cranberry. Nice pass across the baseline. Just could not be handled there. She's a nice basketball player.
Yeah, freshman.
Yes.
Number 11, too, is
Mackenzie Snyder.
Snyder on the receiving end potentially of that pass.
A lot of and she looks like she's injured, too. I'm sorry that I missed that. She looks like she turned maybe an ankle.
That's the Schneider girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that too.
And, you know, the troubles for Cranberry just continue. They had 8 coming into this, and it looks like she had some issues with that ankle before as it was wrapped, and that's the one Ben's looking at, and she looks like she's in severe pain.
There's someone, too, I think that deserves a lot of credit is Trainer Ben.
Trainer Ben.
Tell you, he is a
Say it
very
again.
valuable resource.
100% agree.
Anything the school can do to keep him on board permanently, I will say from my experience, he's been fantastic for both my kids and teams.
I will echo those sentiments. Definitely a very educated, well-spoken, articulate young man who does a lot of good things for our sports here in Brookville, not just in the high school. I see him work with elementary kids.
Yeah. They're, I believe, him and his wife are expecting very soon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So he will, I believe this is their first.
What does she do you know?
That I do not. I know that, so how I know Ben besides here at the school is that he worked with my wife at Clarion Rehab Services over in Clarion. So, and then I think he worked at the time at a couple schools. I don't know if it was a shared program between like Clarion and North Clarion.
I got you.
Until he came here. But
Evie Smith with the steal. She looks like her shot was deflected from behind. She gets the ball back from Plyler. Took a heater from about 3 feet away at the feet. She found a way to dig it out. Belfier now up top. She looks to get rid of it.
See, I got to let you get back to the announcing stuff. Too much conversation.
Well, 47-9, it's hard to keep everybody entertained, but we got some new faces in here that I'm sure people would like to see. Nice move by Evie Smith. Took the girl off her dribble.
She's a very smart player. I said, a lot of people don't realize that when you can kind of see a player that gets it and sees the floor, and she's one of those players. I mean, all these freshmen they're good building blocks for the program, and I think Mark's got to be excited to have this group. The seniors that are there, we're going to get a good year this year, but then, I mean, the next few years should be good. And that was a bullet pass. I don't know if Wilson almost got her head taken off. Was that Wilson that almost got her head taken off?
No, I think Wilson was the deliverer. Yeah, she was Huh?
Evie delivered.
Evie was the Doc Gooden.
Wow.
And she just roped another one through the middle there, or was that Wilson?
That was Wilson to
Yeah.
Smith, and then Smith drove baseline and lost it out of bounds. But
From 5 feet away, here's an 88-mile-an-hour fastball at your lips. Good luck.
yeah, hello.
I'm a fan, though, of zipping it around because that's how balls get there, right? You telegraph, you lollipop it, it's going the other way. Belfier now with the basketball. She'll hand out up top. That's Kamendiner. Now Evie's going to look to drive, and she's going to pop, and she can't get the roll. Belfier fights for the board, but she stepped on blue paint. Cranberry ball. But 15 left here to wrap this thing up. It's 47-9. Lady Raiders all over the Berries tonight in Brookville.
They might have to keep these pink socks going just as a good luck charm.
Oh.
And they're
Avery Coe.
It's a little too close.
Yeah, Plyler with the foul. Coe knocks down the 2-point shot. She'll go to the line looking for a 3-point play. It's 47-11. We're under a minute here.
Oh, that was good because I was looking. I'm like, oh, it's 47-9. You were already on top of the
I beat Joyce to it.
You did.
And Plyler is going to get a second foul. I wonder if she ever gives that look at home.
Well, we're close enough.
Vinny, did you ever see that look at home? Don't pretend you can't hear me.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk.
Yeah,
he doesn't know you can move down there and talk to him.
Do you ever see that look at home? When she, like that look that she gives that at home too?
Yeah, we just got confirmation. Lily
She did
Plyler
not
does
seem to be in
actually-
favor of that foul call. She didn't like it. So when she doesn't like something, it's obvious. She what? Oh. So, yeah. Okay.
I'm sitting here thinking, what does that stand for?
I'll write it down for you.
Okay.
Yeah. There was no resting. It was.
Yes. Yeah.
47-12, 56.8 left here. We are just about ready to put this one in the books as the crowd starts to try and beat the traffic.
Yeah.
Reggie's looking at her watch, seeing if she hit all of her goals today.
She is.
She looks
there's
pleased. She
tracker
says
there
she
that
did.
Probably told her to stand up.
Uh-huh.
Or you're in a loud environment.
Right.
And her watch likes to tell her about these things. I don't even wear mine anymore because it wasn't tracking enough steps for me. I started to feel really guilty.
Maybe it didn't work.
Yeah, I think it was off. I tend to sit a lot, you know. I'm trying to think. We used to do a step challenge, you know, and I'd always say, Reg, can you wear this on your other wrist while you run so I can get
Look, we tied again.
Yeah.
We're meant for each other.
We used to, between my brothers and I and our spouses, we used to have this big competition on steps. And we would run I got shin splints a couple years in a row just trying to, I'd be running 2 a days just to try to beat him. Now I'm convinced I can find a good show on Apple TV or something to get into, you know.
Running clock here, 47-12. Evie Smith brings the basketball right to left as a perplexed Dave Osborne looks on. Looks like he's ready to turn the lights off and maybe put his feet up on a couch somewhere.
I think pink's his color, though.
He does wear it well. We got a scrum here for the basketball. Possession arrow says Cranberry.
We might not get the ball back in at this pace here.
Yeah, this should be the last possession here.
Who do you think's going to shoot the last shot?
I'm going to give it to Wenner. Wenner's on the baseline. She's going to give it to Gregory. Is she going to get it off? She does. And it off. Kamendiner with the board. She'll get her name in the record or in the scorebook.
I probably should be sitting here. I probably should have been keeping stats. You know, Rich Rhodes would have been able to tell you the assist leader. And
percentages, WAR, wins above replacement, you name it.
Yeah.
So that's a final from Brookville. Lady Raiders 47, Cranberry 12. You have been watching Brookville Sports LLC. I'd like to thank Big Papa Punt for running the camera with a little bit of assistance from Mr. Goddard, and of course Sam Whitling from Schneider Downs.
Schneider Downs, no way.
Oh, that's right. No, you're H&R Block. What? I'm trying to set you up here. Spike this. Edward Jones, proud sponsor of Brookville baseball.
Yeah, see, I knew you were going to work that in.
Well, I was trying. No, Sam, seriously, thank you for helping us out tonight. I thought you did a wonderful job. Love to have you back. Owen is fading on me, plus he's got a lot of basketball games coming up.
How many he scored tonight?
Well, they're just getting ready to tip down at the Aux
it.
Gym. So, yeah, as soon as I get this thing, we're going to help Billy move across the way for tomorrow's districts. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for a full day of district wrestling championships. We've got a pile of teams coming in. Clearfield the 1 seed, Brookville the 6. I think we open up with Clarion. Going to be a full fun day of wrestling. And even though Brookville the 6 seed, they are defending champs, and no one, and I mean no one, can pull a rabbit out of a hat like David Klepfer.
I was going to say, he'll just make a couple maneuvers, and next thing you know, they're in it.
I would not be surprised to see them in the finals, and I would not be surprised to see that district title string continue, although it is a tall task, but nothing what that guy does surprises me. Again, thank you. You've been watching and listening to Brookville Sports LLC. Tune in tomorrow for wrestling. On the air next week with some hoops. Have a fun weekend.